Hi friends, welcome. This is a bit of an update video, and the reason why is because I made a mistake. I shared a video and then realized that I don't want to share that video. I don't want these types of videos to be on my channel. And that video is the most previous video that I just shared, which was my photo walk. Now I was excited about this concept. I'm going to revitalize, refurbish, reintroduce the photo walk with you guys in the hopes of inspiring you, in the hopes of you being able to watch my creative process and maybe pull some of that and help yourself out. Just like I've been helped out by so many other creators that I watch. That's one of the values that every creator has, is to be able to share their process with another person. It's a good way to not come off as I know everything about what I'm doing. It's a great way to make yourself be relatable, and it's a great way to engage with people who are also in a similar place than you. So, good things, great. The problem is, I shared it, and I kind of needed to share it and see what it felt like on my channel after I shared it. Now, when I say need, I don't mean need. I don't think I necessarily needed to. I do think some forethought beforehand could have avoided this, perhaps. But what do they say? Pain is the best educator, something of that sort. And I saw it and said, this isn't quite what I want my channel to be about. It feels dislodged. It feels uncohesive. I want my channel to be about other people's content through the lens of the opinions and thoughts of me. I'm hosting other people's content and talking about what I find to be interesting about it. So there's, of course, an aspect of it that is James, right? Because most YouTube creators that we all watch, a huge part of it, the biggest part of it, is the personality of the person, right? You could have two different people say the same thing, and you're going to enjoy one and not enjoy the other. The other half is that I want to focus on other people's work. I want to curate other people's work and talk about what I find to be so intriguing about it. And throwing me in the middle of that felt like a strange, it's like making a cereal really tasty and then throwing a potato in it. I don't want that. So, I'm making this video unlisted. I am not privating it and I'm not deleting it because I want you guys to be able to still see it if you really want to watch it and have not seen it yet. You think that's interesting. I will put the link below to that. Also, you can go back and watch my older photo walks as well if you're just really in a James photo walk vibe. Sit down with some potato cereal and go at it. So, I want this channel to be more and more cohesive towards a specific vision at all times. And this is a constant struggle for me. I think the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of YouTube creators and creators in general wrestle with this idea of what they want their content to look like, and they'll share something and they feel a certain way about it, or they don't know what they want to create today and how do they make it work. Sometimes I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing with my channel. And I bring that up because a lot of us struggle with that. And I think it's important to be vulnerable about that. It's important to talk about that struggle and understand that what we're normally seeing is the end result of a mountain of struggle. We're seeing the top of the pyramid. You know, in the Great Pyramids of Giza, the big one in the middle has a part on it that's a little more finished than the rest. It's like we're seeing that, but underneath is all of this rough-looking rock work. And that's sort of like what the creative process is. You build this huge mountain through struggle and chaos and tears and tyranny, and then you reach the top, and then you share something. Everybody else goes, "That's so beautiful. That must have been so easy for you." And so I think it's important to talk about that. And I've personally experienced how other YouTube creators have wrestled in so many different ways with their content. It's something that is good to wrestle with because it means you take your content very seriously. It means that you are you're really trying to share, you're trying to have a brand for yourself that is smart and well thought out. That's what I'm trying to do as I grow, because I would like to grow. That would be a good thing. By the way, I just reached 2,000 subscribers. I have 2,003 right now. And that's a huge deal, and you guys are amazing. I so appreciate all of you for that. So, where will the photo walk be going, if not on this channel? It shall be going to my Instagram stories. And the reason why is because I have been sharing my creative process on Instagram in a very raw way, in a very conducive way to sharing not necessarily my photo walks, but the photos that I create and talking about the behind the scenes of those photos and how I did them and where I went and why I went to that place and how everything worked out the way it did and the story and what have you. Now, it seems so easy to me that I would shift this over there. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram yet, feel free. You can see more of my content. I want to rev it up over there, basically. I already talk about it quite a bit. I talk about my entire creative process, but I want to pour more energy into my stories and into Instagram in general. I have had the best interactions with you guys on Instagram. I have had wonderful conversations. And if you guys are interacting with me, of course, interact with me on here, but also feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram. And I try my best to reply. And I get to most of them, but sometimes I'm just busy and then I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, I'll get back to that later. And then a year goes by and I'm like, crap, let me go respond to that. So I'm sorry if I haven't responded. Unless what you said to me was just outrageously stupid. Sometimes I don't respond to the outrageously stupid ones, but just be kind, you should get a response. So what is the channel? What is this channel trying to be, at least for now, for this week? I want it to be about other people's creations and me commentating on those creations. That's what I feel like works right now. I want to share more of these photo breakdowns of different creators, and also I think the conversations make a lot of sense to do more of those as well. But I want to make the first tier, the first priority, these photo breakdowns and things of that sort, things that align with that. And then the second tier be the conversations. So I'm curious, how do you guys wrestle with this? I would love to hear your thoughts, like I said, on YouTube or on Instagram. If you have any thoughts as I'm mentioning this, something that you're really struggling with right now around the content that you're sharing, I would love to hear about that. That would be interesting to conversate and have more fuel for future videos regarding that. And maybe I can work them into my conversations and then to my photo breakdown videos. So that's it for this one. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm sorry if I broke your heart because you really love my photo walks. It's just not right, you know? There was a man one time, this is going to get bad. There was a man one time that lived in a shoebox in Ecuador, and he thought to himself, I'm gonna leave this shoebox today. I'm going to take on the world. I'm going to become a beet farmer. And so he decided one day, I'm going to open that door. I'm going to open the roof. And I'm going to leave this shoebox. I'm going to become a beet farmer. So he left that shoebox. And he tried to become a beet farmer. But then something tragic happened. He was so little, living in a shoebox and all, he was never able to grow to a full height. And let's see if I can get this video to 10 minutes. And the shoebox kept him down. So he spent his whole life at about, half a foot tall, which is a great way to slip into tight spaces if you need to. Very useful. But it's easy to not be seen. It's easy to be missed when you're that little. So he stepped out of the shoebox. He took a step. And his shoebox was on a busy sidewalk in New York City, and someone stepped on him and he died. And wait, hold on. I said he was in Ecuador and he ended up in New York City. First I was thinking, where's he going to find a beet farm in New York City? But then I realized that okay. All right, you guys have a good day. Goodbye. Love to hear your thoughts.